2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Ready.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Tighten up. Recon, 132 fighter. Get.
On first down, Bryant. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida.
Got you, boy.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hey, alert 3.
Greystone, travel. Hey, wahoo!
Bang.
Big grip.
Looking to throw on second down. Bryant, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Mike, 58, right there. 58 now.
To throw on second down. Bryant gets this one to use check. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
On third down, Bryant. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. This is Breida, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Check 99.
Protein spill.
Check 13. Check 13.
'80 weapon. Hey, Alpha.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the 5-yard line, with this opening drive yield 6. This is 3rd and goal. The first carry for Josh Adams. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Josh Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A try here for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Get that quarterback! And
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jones. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
rip right. Switch.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, echo.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check it.
Ready?
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Weil, to kick it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check safety, check safety. Shit. Check, Lucky.
General West.
Check.
Hey.
Motion.
Set, go.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Topper.
Check.
Now.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, let's go.
Operating from the gun, Bryant. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Set up, 30 base.
Hey, pick your game up.
5.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
15, check Mike, 15. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Get it.
They'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Josh Adams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point safely through, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full streak.
Hey.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Ready.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let him know. Let him know.
Bravo.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Ready to go.
2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Go.
Mike 56.
Go.
They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Hey, Sam off. Look at me. Door.
Check nickel.
Now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Ricky.
Protein spill.
Watch twits.
On second down, it's Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
A gain of 12.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
2nd and 3. That's caught. It's Coleman. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On 1st and 10, Bryant. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump at it.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Check, 59. Get in the right room. Get in the right room. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Team 6.
Check 59.
Yep.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
2nd and 15. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Bring it. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50.
Hey, Haywood.
D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? 58, boys. 58. 58's Mike.
From the gun, Bryant. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Let's go, fellas.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got you.
Hey, Orbit, you're out. Bam.
Check 43.
Let's go. 5.
2nd and 4. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Niners 17, Packers 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Under 10. 10.
X3. 218. Chopper. Get it.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready.
On first down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
General West.
2nd and 9 now. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bryant. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is taken at the 15. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
3 bud. 59 Mike. Check. 59. You got nothing in there.
Go.
You got nothing.
Buzz.
Check 24. Check.
Shoot.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gets past one man. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. D. Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Don't get nervous.
Go.
56. Mike's 56. He can't hang.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you didn't mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They begin the drive with Coleman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
It's our time. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, wahoo!
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Bryant. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Three down.
Hey, exit.
And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What we got?
Protein spill. Let go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Moss. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Ready? 70, Indy. Hey, Alpha.
54 is Mike. Check. Walk 54. Let's go, defense. Hey.
He'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams.
Time up.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
49ers 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Right here.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Set. 8, read.
58, right there. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
5.
Back to throw. Bryant able to haul it in is Kittle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Looking to throw. Bryant. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
80 weapon.
Watch the slant. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Kill.
Get it.
To throw again. Bryant. Open man is Samuel. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Double time.
Hey, high 7.
58.
Ready.
Back to throw. Bryant. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 saw.
Right there.
Watch the screw draw Porter.
Watch the screen.
Be careful.
Throwing on 1st down. Bryant. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
3, Delta.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Stop your whining. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 to the Mike. I'm coming. 58 to Mike.
Now.
58 to Mike. Switch up. Switch up.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Bryant. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10.
50's the Mike. Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now.
Looking to throw. Bryant completes it to Samuel. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm coming after you.
To throw on 2nd down. Bryant under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, ready?
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, Foxtrot. Go.
Baby shot. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bryant, throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Jones. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
General West. Switch it, switch, screen.
He's coming.
But get it.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Hey, team 6.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50. Watch the flag.
Yes. Ready.
He's back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
Down.
line.
8, read.
Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Bro, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
You got three down.
Look at me, zipper.
Mike's 50. Hey, tight there. Go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Back to throw. Completes it to Coleman. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. That'll bring up second down. So he was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Bryant, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
To throw on 3rd down, Bryant. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
5.
Tookie's the mark. Here we go.
On 4th down, Bryant. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
I know he ain't got it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Get it.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it, and let's face it, they had to be more